Hi there, Flat Cap Chef here. Today I'm going to show you how to make buckwheat American style cookies. I'm going to put some M&Ms in one so they still remain gluten free, and I'm also going to do some with some Mars bars that aren't. So what have we got? I've got my bowl, I've got my mixer, I've got my sugar, which is light brown, sort of soft muscovado. I've got about 150 grams of that. I've got some butter here. About 110, 120 grams of butter. One tip when you're doing this, because you need to cream together now the sugar and the butter. If you've got your bowl warm before, it helps to soften the butter at the same time. So I'm going to put these two together. And I've also got my buckwheat flour. So in that case, I've got, 150 grams of buckwheat flour. I've got a little bit of bicarbonate of soda, some salt, some ginger, one egg, and of course some M&Ms, and in my case some chopped up chunks of Mars bar. So first off I'm going to cream these two together, and then I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. So it might be a little noisy for a second. Start on a lower speed and then build it up. And you're going to light and fluffy is what we're looking for. If you do it too quick to start with, it will fly everywhere and it'll be all over your kitchen before you know it. So just be patient with it. It will break down the butter pretty quickly if you move around. Speed up a little bit. Sometimes when you just lift off the bottom of the bowl, it helps a little bit. It's going to cream it together. Slow but sure. Okay, I'll be back once this is done. Okay, that took me about 3 or 4 minutes. Now it's come together, which is no problem at all, which is great. And now we're going to add in our egg. So let's turn it off for a second. Crack the egg inside the bowl. Pop it in there. Shove away, and then gently combine it with the sugar and butter. So we're creating a kind of a batter now. Make sure you get it off the sides of the bowl. I use a spatula, or I've got a very broad bladed knife here to push the sides down. Make sure we get properly incorporated. And it goes paler all the time when you're doing this. You're now adding the egg. That makes the mixture paler again. Be, you can see the colour change now. Bit at the top. There we go. So now I've got this nice and light and fluffy. It's time to add my other ingredients. So I'm going to add to this just a little bit of bicarbonate. So I'll put in about 3/4 teaspoon. That'll pop in there. A bit of flavour. We're going to add some ground ginger. And put 2. Get a bit clogged up. Could always take the top off if I was being clever. And then I'm going to add some salt. It's about 1/2 teaspoon, so I can do that using the grinder. There we go. And then I'm going to add my flour. My buckwheat flour. I add about half of it, and then I beat it, and then we'll add the other half to bring that together. Slow again, because otherwise you'll have a cloud of flour going everywhere. Make sure you get it off the sides again. Once it stiffens up, which it will, as it gets the flour into it, you can speed it up a little bit. Second half of my flour. Again, start it on reasonably slow. get that flour starting to be mixed in, then we need to speed it up as it starts to incorporate. Those edges again. I find turning the bowls really helpful. Okay, now we give it a good mixing together. That's it. So that's now done, and I'm going to push it down from the sides. Now for me, because I'm going to make two, I'm going to make a gluten-free, which has got my M&Ms, which is one of the few gluten-free sweeties you can buy, and I'm also going to make some with Mars bars. So I'm just going to divide this mixture into two, roughly. There we go. And now I'm just going to take this one and I'm going to put in my M&Ms. Not too many. I'm going to fold those in. I'm going to use a knife. And I'm going to pop this into the fridge for about half an hour, or as long as you want really, but a minimum of half an hour, just to allow the dough to come together, and then before you roll it out, pop them in the oven and cook them. So we'll be back when we do that. Okay, so these have been in the fridge now for, well, good 3 or 4 hours. And I've taken it out and I've just basically moulded it into kind of sausage shape really. And I'm going to take a knife, I'm going to just cut through the M&Ms. I'm going to make 4 big ones. I like big cookies. So I'm just going to do a bit of flour, a bit of plain flour, roll them up, and then pop them onto a grease-proof paper board. There we go. All about the same size. Here's the board. I'm going to pop it into an oven 180, which is around, I guess, gas mark 4 or 5, for about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll pop them back out again, and you will see the amazing cookies. Okay, so they've been in for just 15 minutes, and they are now cooked. And I'm just going to show you. I mean, isn't that just the most amazing M&M gluten-free with a bit of ginger, American style cookie. So if you'd like to see more of this, then just subscribe to the website. It's free, just means that I'll tell you when I post stuff, which is 2-3 times a week, or you can sign into the website www.theflatcapchef.com, and we'll be back soon with the next recipe.